This is Sridevi from LUCID Study. Welcome to LUCID Study classes. Today we are going to discuss the basic concepts of grammar. To start with the basic concepts of any language, the most important thing we'll start with is alphabets. Any language. ఏ భాష నేర్చుకోవాలన్నా ఫస్ట్ ఆ భాషకి సంబంధించిన అక్షరాలు రావాలి. ఈ అక్షరాలని మనం తెలుగులో అక్షరాలన్నిటినీ కలిపితే వర్ణమాల లేదా అక్షరమాల అంటాం. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ మేనర్ in English also, we have a misconception. Most of us would always think that all 26 letters, when you say ABCD, they call it as alphabets. If all the 26 letters are put together, then we'll call it as alphabets. But A, B, C, D, these are letters. These are letters. Though I say the spelling of the word letters is Letters, but when you pronounce it, it should give us, the double T will give the sound of D, short D. So it's letters. 26 letters, when put together, they are called alphabets. They are called alphabets. When we put this 26 letters together, మీరు తెలుగులో కూడా చూసుంటారు అచ్చులు హల్లులు. ఆ మొత్తం అక్షరాలని రెండు భాగాలుగా విడదీసి అచ్చులు హల్లులు. అలాగే ఇంగ్లీష్లో కూడా there are two things. One is vowels, the other one is consonants. One is vowels, the other one is consonants. తెలుగులో అయితే ఆ నుంచి అహా వరకు అచ్చులు, కా నుంచి బండిరా వరకు హల్లులు. ఇంగ్లీష్లో ఓన్లీ 5 letters are vowels. 5 letters are vowels. Those 5 letters are A, E, I, O, U. These 5 letters are vowels. They help to form a word in a proper pronunciation. That's the reason they are called vowels. And the remaining letters, that is, I said 26 letters. Out of this 26 letters, we have 5 vowels and the remaining 21 letters are consonants. They are consonants. These 21 letters are, for example, B, D, G, H, I, J. And these letters, basically, when you are a child, you learn A to Z, writing and naming. But when you say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, they are the names of the letters. They are the names of the letters. And these letters, when you pronounce, they'll give different sounds when they are blended with different letters. Those sounds are called phonic sounds. Those sounds are called phonic sounds. And these phonic sounds are, in English language, there are 44 phonic sounds. In English language, there are 44 phonic sounds. 5 vowels will produce 21. 5 vowels will produce 21 vowel phonics. 21 vowel phonics. And the remaining consonants, that is 21 consonants, will produce 23 consonant phonics. For example, when I say vowel sounds, you have both short and long, as a, e, e, o, ow. These are the examples of vowel sounds, vowel phonics. We have consonant sounds like p, n, m. These sounds are produced by your consonants and they are consonant phonics. When you study this particular study is being called as phonology. And the script in which you write this phonology is called phonetics. For your information, if you open a dictionary, whenever you want to identify the meaning of a word in English, you will see next to the word parentheses, I mean in the brackets, you will see a different scripture written there. It's nothing but how you have to pronounce that word. The scripture, that scripture is called phonetic scripture. When you learn phonetics, it will be very easy for you to pronounce any foreign word as a native speaker. That happens only when you practice. Practice makes man perfect, and this is the statement which you have to understand. Right? Children, come on. We'll get into more into that. Sentence, it's always said, most of you have learned this also. I'll ask you a question. Group of words put together makes a sentence, right? Does this sentence makes any sense? Ate, I, lunch. Does this sentence makes any sense? No. The reason, because it is not properly placed. So, when we talk of sentence, the definition of sentence should be a group of words when put together makes a complete sense is said to be sentence. Sense plus tense means sentence. The time of the speaking and the sense of the tense, both when put together make some sense. Then that group of words are said to be in sentence fragment. If I say, there are certain rules when we have to write a sentence. First rule of the sentence is, every sentence, though you don't have much of the words, but every sentence should have at least one noun and one verb. వాక్యం కూర్చాలి ఇంగ్లీష్లో అంటే మినిమంగా ఒక్క నామవాచకము ఒక క్రియాపదం. అంటే పేరుని ఉద్దేశించే ఏ పదమైనా అది మనిషి పేరవనివ్వండి, జంతువు పేరవనివ్వండి, చెట్లు స్థలం పేరవనివ్వండి, లేదా వస్తువు పేరవనివ్వండి, ఒక పేరును ఉద్దేశించే పదము ఒక క్రియాపదము. అంటే మనం చేసే పనిని చెప్పే పదం. Your action word, a name of some place, person or thing makes a sentence. If you put together a noun and a verb, it makes a sentence. This is first rule, thumb rule. You should remember thumb rule saying this. For example, dog barks. This is also a thumb rule. This is a sentence, simple. I said a naming word and a verb. Now, second thing, your first letter of the sentence should always be in capital letter. First word and first letter should always be started with a capital letter. Normally, there is another rule that nouns, except nouns, other grammar parts should always be written in small case. But here, whether you are writing an adjective or article or a noun or adjective noun, you should start with a capital letter, even if it is a questioning verb. What, how, when. So, whenever you start it, a sentence, the first letter should always be capital letter. And it should end with a period. Now, I have introduced a new word called period. What is this period? Nothing but, nothing different. As in math, you use this particular symbol as dot. This particular symbol as dot. but in English literature, it is said to be period. That's your full stop. Full stop. So, as you are stopping completely that sentence there, we call it as full stop, but this is period in English literature. We have to say period. And either it should end with a period or with a question mark or with an exclamation mark. What are the three marks I am mentioning here? Either period, question mark or exclamation mark. Your sentence should end with these three marks. If it is not ending, if it is a pause, the pause should be mentioned with a comma. We usually call if, as I said you, the sentence should have minimum parts are noun and verb. One noun and one verb. In the same manner, when your sentence is not having noun or verb, then it is said to be fragments of sentence, or you can call parts of the sentence. Now we will discuss the parts of the sentence. We have, if I have to take in a formula manner, as your math is very easy and you remember formulas easily, today I am taking up your sentence also, making of a sentence easy with a formula. A simple sentence can be formed with three parts, that is subject, verb, object. A sentence should have one subject, one verb, one object. Then your simple sentence is very easy. What is the subject here? We'll have an example here. Radha writes a letter. Radha, who performs the action in the sentence. We are not talking, don't go out of the sentence. We'll see only in this part of the sentence. Radha, who is doing action here? Letter or Radha? Radha. What's the action? Writes. What she is doing? She is writing. What is she writing? A letter. So, the one who is performing the action is said to be subject. What is the action performed in the sentence? That is said to be verb. And on what? Whatever. Maybe the action may be on a thing or on a place or on a person. So, based on that, we will say the person, object can be whatever the action is done upon. Action, object by the subject receives the action. Action is the subject in the sentence.